Hi all and welcome to Bitesized Beauty with Univar Solutions, the global partner for cosmetic ingredients and formulation knowledge. I'm Julia Ray, editor of Cosmetics Business, and we are thrilled to be partnering with Univar Solutions to bring you the first in this series of short, fun podcasts to educate and inspire you about all things beauty. Today, I'm joined by Anita Wofford, Global Marketing and Technical Director for Beauty and Personal Care at Univar Solutions, and Liz Law Denoya Morali, Lab and Technical Manager in EMEA for Beauty and Personal Care. Hey guys, great to have you here.
Hi, Julia. We're super excited to be here.
Amazing.
Hello.
Hi Liz. Wonderful. So today we are going to be talking about hair care, and very specifically solid hair care, and why this is such a huge area of interest at the moment. So solid formulations obviously are massive right now, guys, and linked to sustainability in a big way. But what I want to know, and I think what our listeners want to know, is how much more sustainable is, for example, a solid shampoo than a traditional one?
That's a great question, Julia. Let's talk hair care as a whole. This is a market that's poised to hit 87 billion this year alone. Solid products really mean less waste, less ingredients, less packaging, and hopefully less water. That's the whole point of going solid. In addition to the fact that you can carry it anywhere you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shampoo and body wash, they're hot topics. I was looking at some Twitter stats. They peaked with 15,000 mentions just last February. So if we want to talk about where's hair care going and what's great for sustainability, I think the future of hair care is moving towards solids for many reasons. One, people are looking for ways to be more sustainable without having to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Brands can actually focus on the formula. It's not about the packaging, right? It's about the formula, the performance, the quality, the longevity when it's solid. Those are all attributes that the shopper, the sustainable shopper for sure, is looking for. And even at Univar Solutions, in terms of sustainability, it's one of our pillars. But in the technical team in the lab, we were super proud because last year we won a Phil Hockaday Sustainability Award for some work we'd done 2 years ago, which was our Clean by Design campaign. I don't know if you remember that one, but we came up with beauty icons that really looked at the pillars of sustainability, like packaging, whether it was recyclable, what type of ingredients it used, whether it was waterless. So there were all types of work that went into that campaign, hoping to educate not only internally, but also our audience around sustainability being more than just the ingredient. It's the full 360 of the product.
And I think the initial idea of solid formats, more maybe on a technical standpoint, is their sustainability because their formula lasts longer and they require less ingredient on the overall compared to classical ones. And often they are absent of secondary packaging as well. So the consumption is reduced from the manufacturer to the final consumer. The average size of a classical shampoo is about 250 ml. It allows around 15 washes. We developed our 30-gram Taj Mahal hair bar in our labs in Versailles, and it also lasted 15 washes on very long hair. We tested ourselves. It means our bar needs 8 times less ingredients to do the same job as a classical one.
Fantastic. So that really puts it in perspective there. It is quite a lot more sustainable than traditional products. Now, the other thing that I think our readership is generally big on is newness. So, how are the kinds of solid hair care that you can get changing? Are there any formulations that Univar Solutions is working with and on that you're thinking this is really, really exciting?
Yeah, sure. All solid formats, by definition, are quite similar. So they come under bar forms most of the time, but their shape, size, composition can be as wide as the skincare market, for instance. First, because core formulas can be different. And second, because as much as your imagination allows. You can put any additives inside your solid composition. Almost no technical drawbacks on the way, you know. We now have brands that are specialized in this market that are offering shampoos like mild, anti-yellowish, color revivers, etc. We have everything like air mask, air conditioners, face cleanser, soaps. So obviously soaps is the most ancient solid.
Absolutely, you can't forget that.
We have now makeup removers, deodorants, skin, body cares, like even for pet washes, we have solid bars. So we have plenty of specialized people in this area right now. And on our side, in our lab, we have developed a solid pellet do-it-yourself conditioner in which you had hot water to activate the creamy format, let's say. So this is our most recent development that we've made.
Fantastic. And how are these to make? You said that, technically these are actually quite easy, but are these simple to make? Are they more simple or harder to make than a traditional water-containing product?
I'd say the formulation is maybe more complex than a classical one because of its last step of compaction or cooling down. Because it takes time, so each trial is long, I would say. In terms of formulation, you need to find the right balance between waxes, emulsifiers, binders, oils, and water, because also you will find water in solid format sometimes. So you need to find the right balance to get a solid texture, but not too solid because it has to melt in the ends or onto the air in order to have a good deposition. So getting the right shape and preserving the formula are maybe the most difficult to achieve. And depending the formula structure and when the product is used regularly, you can face some crackling issues. It means the product dries and rifts. So a good composition bringing elasticity to the texture can help avoid this phenomenon, for instance.
Fantastic. Now, I'm sure a lot of people listening are also thinking practically about packaging. And I know, your expertise, you guys on the formulation side, but, are there any packaging solutions that we are seeing for solid products that have really inspired you?
We're working a lot with packaging players because of our strategic ingredient marketing campaign. And I would say the packaging players have been doing a remarkable research work this past 10 years, maybe. On one side, what is really interesting is upcycling the food packaging knowledge and transpose it to the cosmetic industry. It is, I think, smart, playful, in my opinion. As we have more and more ingredients in common, it makes really full sense, in my opinion. And it may have been a solid driver to decrease the thickness of plastic bottle, for instance, etc. So at the end, as less plastic waste coming from our bottle shampoo. So it's a win-win everywhere. So they have adapted their offer to the solid cosmetic, obviously, creating some cork boxes with 2 floors, for instance, in order for the solid to dry properly inside. What we saw recently are the compostable jars using natural ingredients, recyclable, reusable materials like paper boxes, sticks, bottles, also reducing materials like big thin plastic pouches that you can use to fill some glass jar, for instance, and glass jars and aluminium, obviously, that are always the most known renewable materials. We saw also some nice innovation like soap bottles that we will be thrilled to try soon, I hope, because it needs to be developed. But yeah, at the end, science is everywhere and it is surrounding us for sure.
Surrounded by science. I mean, who could ask for more really in this industry? Wonderful.
Liz Laura, that is a great comment, surrounded by science. Indeed, we are. So as a note to all of those packaging companies out there, I think it's really important to educate the consumer, but also educate the brands on what you're doing and be as transparent as possible, because that's what the end consumer is looking for. And we as distributors, we want to work with you. We want to spread the message. The goal is to move the beauty industry forward. So as we do that together, we'll all be smarter and living in a better, more climate positive way.
Well, I know that I could talk about this for days, and I could definitely listen to you, Liz Laura and Anita, bring your expertise to this topic for days. But we are bite-sized. So I'm going to have to round things up for this podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So if you would like further information about anything we've just mentioned today to keep that conversation going, please feel free to get in touch with Univar Solutions at personalcareemea@univarsolutions.com or check out discover.univarsolutions.com. As for BSB, or Bitesized Beauty with Univar Solutions, we will be back in May with another fresh slant on a hot beauty topic. So make sure you join us then.